The roar of the crowd still echoed in my ears as I collapsed onto the locker room bench, my muscles screaming from the brutal football game we'd just won. But victory tasted bitter. Tonight me back was on fire. A knot so tight it felt like a knife twisting between my shoulder blades. And I knew if I didn't get relief soon, I'd be useless for practice tomorrow. That's when I turned to him. Jordan Hayes, my teammate and the guy everyone called unbreakable, and blurted out, "Man, can you give me a quick massage? I think I'm dying here." Jordan paused, his towel slung over his broad shoulders, water dripping from his shower-damp hair. He was the star quarterback, all chiseled jaw and quiet intensity, the kind of guy who commanded the field without saying a word. We'd been roommates in our college dorm at UCLA for 2 years, sharing late-night talks about plays and dreams. But this felt different, vulnerable, almost intimate. He nodded, his green eyes flickering with something I couldn't place, and knelt behind me. His hands, strong from years of gripping the ball, pressed into my skin. And as the tension melted away, a spark ignited in my chest that had nothing to do with pain relief. I'm Alex Rivera, a wide receiver with more speed than sense sometimes. Hailing from a small town in Texas where football was religion and anything else was sin. Moving to California for college had been my escape. But even here, in the land of palm trees and progress, I kept my secrets locked tight. Jordan was from Seattle, raised in a family of overachievers. She's dad a tech mogul, his mom a therapist who probably analyzed every emotion. We clicked from day one on the team, him throwing perfect spirals, me catching them like lifelines. But that massage, it changed everything. As his fingers worked deeper, easing the ache, I let out a sigh that bordered on a moan. Damn, Jordan, you're good at this. Where'd you learn? He chuckled softly, his breath warm against my neck. Physical therapy classes last semester. Figured it might come in handy. But his touch lingered longer than necessary. Thumbs circling in slow, deliberate patterns that sent shivers down my spine. I glanced back, catching his gaze intense, searching, like he was unraveling more than just muscle knots. The next few weeks blurred into a rhythm of practices, games, and those stolen moments in the locker room or our dorm. I'd complain about a sore hamstring, and Jordan would oblige, his hands becoming bolder each time. One night, after a loss that left the team shattered, I found him pacing our room, fists clenched. "Hey, you okay?" I asked, sitting on his bed. He shook his head, collapsing beside me. "It's everything, pressure from scouts. My parents expecting perfection. I feel like I'm cracking." Without thinking, I reached for his shoulders, mirroring what he'd done for me. "Let me help," I whispered. My hands on him felt electric, his skin hot under my palms. He tensed at first, then leaned into it, a low groan escaping his lips. "Alex, that feels incredible." We didn't speak much after that. The air thickened with unspoken words. As I kneaded away his stress, his hand found mine, squeezing gently. It was the first real touch that wasn't about healing a body, it was about soothing a soul. Rumors started swirling on campus. Teammates joked about our bromance. But I saw the sideways glances, the whispers. UCLA was progressive, but football culture, it was a minefield of machismo. One afternoon, during a team barbecue at Coach Ramirez's house in the Hollywood Hills, things escalated. Jordan and I were grilling burgers when our running back, Mike Thompson, slapped Jordan on the back. "You two are attached at the hip lately. What's the deal?" "Hayes, Rivera your new good luck charm." Jordan laughed it off, but his eyes met mine with a flicker of fear. Later, as the sun dipped behind the hills, we snuck away to the pool house. "Ignore them," I said, but he pulled me close, his forehead against mine. "What if I can't?" What if this is more than just massages? My heart pounded. I'd felt it too. The pull. The way his presence calmed the chaos in my mind. But admitting it meant risking everything: scholarships, friendships, our futures in the NFL. That night, back in our dorm, the dam broke. We were studying plays on his laptop when he closed it abruptly. Alex, I need to say this. Those massages, they're not just about sore muscles anymore. When I touch you, it's like the world quiets down. You're the only thing that makes sense. I stared at him, my pulse racing. Jordan, Same. But what if it ruins the team? He cupped my face, his thumb tracing my jaw. What if it makes us stronger? Our first kiss was tentative, then hungry. Years of pent-up emotion crashing like waves. His lips were soft yet demanding, tasting of mint and desperation. I gripped his shirt, pulling him closer, and he wrapped his arms around my waist, holding me like I was his anchor in a storm. That grip, it wasn't possession. It was need, raw and real. We fell onto the bed, exploring each other with hands that knew every curve from those innocent sessions. It was more than physical. It was a confession of souls. But secrets have a way of unraveling. The next morning, I woke to Jordan's phone buzzing incessantly. It was his dad, demanding a video call. Scouts are watching. Son, don't screw this up with distractions. Jordan's face paled as he hung up, and I saw the doubt creep in. Alex, my family, they're not ready for this. Hell, I'm not sure I am. I nodded. But inside, fear gnawed at me. We agreed to keep it quiet, but the tension built like a pressure cooker. Practices became awkward. I'd fumble catches, my mind on him instead of the ball. Coach pulled me aside one day. Rivera, get your head in the game. Whatever's eating you, fix it. I wanted to scream that it was love, not a problem, but I bit my tongue. Jordan threw himself into training, avoiding my eyes in the locker room. Yet, at night, he'd slip into my bed, gripping my waist as if afraid I'd vanish. You calm me. Alex, don't let go. The turning point came during a rivalry game against USC. The stadium in Los Angeles was electric, fans chanting under the floodlights. We were down by 7 in the fourth quarter, tension thick as fog. Jordan took a brutal hit, sacked hard, and lay there for a terrifying moment. My heart stopped. I rushed over as trainers helped him up, his eyes finding mine amid the chaos. I'm okay, he mouthed, but I saw the pain. In the huddle, he grabbed my arm. This one's for us. He called the play, and I ran my route like lightning. The ball sailed into my hands, and I sprinted for the touchdown, tying the game. The crowd erupted, but all I cared about was Jordan's grin as he pulled me into a hug public. Unapologetic. Teammates piled on, but his hand lingered on my waist. A silent promise. We won in overtime, but the real victory was after, in the empty locker room. I can't hide anymore, Jordan said, voice breaking. Losing you would hurt more than any sack. Tears stung my eyes as I kissed him. Then don't. We'll face it together. The high from the win didn't last. Campus buzzed with photos from the game Jordan's hug captured on social media, sparking speculation. UCLA QB and WR, more than teammates. Headlines read, Mike cornered us in the weight room. Guys, level with me. Is it true? Jordan straightened, his jaw set. Yeah, it is. Got a problem? Mike blinked, then shrugged. Nah, man. Just win games. But not everyone was so chill. Anonymous text started, Fags don't belong on the field. My stomach churned. Jordan's parents flew in from Seattle, summoned by the rumors. We met them at a trendy cafe in Westwood, the air thick with unease. His mom, Elena, hugged him tightly. "We love you. But this. It's complicated." His dad, Richard, scowled. "Think about your career, Jordan. NFL teams aren't exactly rainbow-friendly." I sat there, silent, as Jordan defended us. "Dad, Alex isn't a phase. He's the reason I'm playing my best." Richard stormed out, Elena following with a sad glance. The rejection hit Jordan hard. He withdrew, skipping classes, barely eating. One night, I found him on the roof of our dorm, staring at the city lights. What if they're right? What if I lose everything? I sat beside him, my hand on his back. "You won't lose me. And if football rejects us, we'll find something else. Love like this worth fighting for." He turned, eyes glistening, and pulled me close, his grip on my waist fierce yet tender. "You always know how to calm the storm in me." We decided to come out publicly, but carefully. Jordan posted on Instagram a photo of us on the field, his arm around me. Caption: "Teammates. Partners. Unbreakable." Likes poured in, but so did hate. Trolls flooded comments, and a few teammates distanced themselves. Coach called a meeting. "Boys, I support you, but focus on the game. Prove them wrong." The pressure mounted as playoffs approached. During a practice scrimmage, tensions boiled over. Our defensive lineman, big guy named Tyrone, shoved Jordan after a play. "Keep your hands to yourself off the field. Queer." The word hung like poison. I lunged, but Jordan held me back. "Not worth it." Later, in our room, he broke down. "I thought I was strong, Alex, but this hurts." I held him, massaging his tense shoulders, whispering, "You're the strongest person I know. We'll get through this." Our bond deepened amid the chaos. Stolen dates in Santa Monica. Walking the pier at sunset, his hand in mine. "Remember that first massage?" he asked one evening, as we watched waves crash. "I was hooked from the start." I laughed. "Me too. Your hands. Magic." He gripped my waist, pulling me against him. "It's not the hands. It's you." But drama escalated when an ex-teammate leaked old messages, private ones where Jordan vented about his confusion. Tabloids twisted it, QB's secret shame. Jordan's agent called, warning of lost endorsements. "Fix this or your draft stock tanks." Despair set in. "Maybe we should take a break," he muttered one night. My world shattered. "No, Jordan. That's what they want to break us." I stormed out, wandering LA streets, tears blurring neon lights. Hours later, he found me at our favorite diner in Echo Park. "I'm sorry." I panicked. "We talked till dawn. Rebuilding trust. We fight together," I said. He nodded, kissing me softly. "Always." The climax hit during the conference championship against Oregon. Downpours soaked the Rose Bowl, mud slick under cleats. We trailed by 10 at halftime. In the locker room, Coach rallied us, but eyes darted to Jordan and me. Tyrone muttered something vile. Jordan stood. "Enough. Alex and I are together. Deal with it or leave. But on this field, we're a team." Silence. Then Mike clapped. "Let's win this." Second half. Jordan was on fire. Passes laser sharp. I scored twice, each catch a defiance. With seconds left, we needed a miracle. Jordan dropped back, evading rushers, and hurled the ball my way. I leaped, snagging it in the end zone. Victory. The team mobbed us, even Tyrone offering a grudging nod. Post-game, reporters swarmed. "How does your relationship affect play?" one asked. Jordan smiled. Arm around me. It makes us better. Love fuels us. Cheers erupted. His parents watched from the stands. Richard approached later. Voice gruff. I'm trying. Son. Proud of you. Elena hugged us both. In the aftermath, life shifted. Endorsements came from progressive brands. Scouts praised our resilience. But true change was internal. Jordan and I grew closer. His grip on my waist a constant reminder of our journey. We volunteered at LGBTQ youth centers in LA, sharing our story to inspire kids like us scared. Hiding. One spring evening, as cherry blossoms bloomed on campus, Jordan led me to the football field under stars. Alex, from that first massage, you healed more than my body. You calmed my soul. He knelt, pulling out a ring. Marry me. Tears flowed as I said yes, pulling him up into an embrace. Our wedding was small, on a Malibu beach. Teammates as groomsmen. Mike toasted, from rivals to family. Jordan's parents attended. Richard even walking him down the aisle. As we danced, his hands on my waist, he whispered, "You're my calm in every storm." Years later, drafted to the NFL, Jordan to the Seahawks. Me to the Rams. We faced new challenges. Homophobic fans, grueling schedules. But we built a home in Seattle, adopting a rescue dog named Spike. On tough days, I'd ask for a massage, and he'd oblige, hands tracing familiar paths. One night, after a loss, Jordan paced. The pressure's back. I pulled him close. Let me calm you. As we lay together, I realized our love wasn't just romance, it was a beacon, showing that vulnerability strengthens, not weakens. Looking back, that simple request sparked a fire that burned away fears, forging something unbreakable. In a world quick to judge, we found peace in each other, proving love conquers all. But wait, our story didn't end there. Post-NFL, we started a foundation for queer athletes, traveling America, speaking at schools. In Texas, I faced my family estranged since coming out. My mom cried, hugging me. I was wrong. I'm proud. Jordan squeezed my hand, his presence my anchor. Tragedy struck when Mike was diagnosed with cancer. We rallied, supporting him through chemo. At his bedside, he grinned weakly. You two showed me real strength. His passing hit hard, but it reinforced our mission. Life's too short for hiding. On our 10th anniversary, we renewed vows in New York, where it all felt possible. Jordan gripped my waist during the ceremony, eyes full of love. Still my calm. I smiled. Always. Through highs and lows, our bond taught us humanity's core: acceptance, resilience, love. What started as a massage became a lifelong embrace, calming not just us, but inspiring others to find their own peace. As time marched on, we retired to a quiet life in the Pacific Northwest, a cozy cabin overlooking Puget Sound. Jordan took up coaching high school football, mentoring kids who reminded him of us, talented but tormented. I'd write articles for sports magazines, chronicling stories about athletes, turning pain into progress. One crisp autumn day, a young player named Liam approached Jordan after practice. "Coach, I'm gay." Scared to tell the team. Jordan sat with him, sharing our tale. "It gets better. Find your Alex, someone who calms you." Liam nodded, hope in his eyes. Later, Jordan hugged me tight. "We're making a difference." Challenges persisted. Anti-LGBT bills swept states. Protests raged. We marched in pride parades, hands linked, voices loud. In D.C., testifying before Congress, Jordan spoke eloquently. "Love isn't a threat, it's what makes us human." Applause thundered, but hate mail followed. Yet, His grip on my waist grounded me. Family expanded when we adopted twins Ella and Mateo from foster care. Parenthood tested us, sleepless nights, tantrums. But watching Jordan read bedtime stories, his calm demeanor soothing their fears, filled me with joy. "You're a natural," I'd say. He'd smile. "Learn from the best you." A scare came when I twisted my knee hiking. In the ER, Jordan paced. Worry etched on his face. "Can't lose you." Surgery went well, and during recovery, he massaged my leg daily, hands gentle as ever. "Full circle," I joked. He kissed me. Our circle never breaks. Reflecting on our path, from UCLA lockers to this life, it's a tapestry of trials and triumphs. That initial ask wasn't just for relief, it was destiny knocking. Jordan's grip evolved from tentative to tenacious, symbolizing how love anchors us amid tempests. In quieter moments, we'd sit by the fire, reminiscing. "Remember Mike's barbecue?" He'd ask. I'd nod. The start of us. Our love, born in secrecy, bloomed into a force for good, teaching that embracing who we are calms the world's chaos. As elders, we watched our kids thrive. Ella, a lawyer fighting for rights. Mateo, an artist capturing emotions. At their weddings, Jordan and I danced, his hands on my waist. A ritual of reassurance. "Still calms me," he'd whisper. Our story, whispered in books and speeches, reminds all, in America's diverse fabric, love weaves the strongest threads. From teammates to soulmates, we prove that holding on to each other, to truth, creates meaning that endures. The end came peacefully, years later, as we sat watching the sunset. Jordan's hand in mine, grip firm despite age. "You were always my calm," he said softly. I smiled through tears. "And you mine." He passed that night, but his essence lingered in memories, in lives touched. I carried on, gripping his memory like he gripped my waist, finding calm in our legacy. Love like ours, it's eternal, a beacon for the lost, proving that even in a stormy world, one touch can change everything.